Here I am again. It's Monday night, the 23rd day of March, and day 83 of my journey to alignment. The power statement I gave myself for today said, finish building out lesson 4. So take a look at this.
It's all about that law of manifestation. Give them the assignment. Once you have your, I call it the UVP, your unique value proposition, all written out and ready to go, I want you to come right back here and watch lesson 5. Test your business idea, product, or service. With everything you've put into place up to this point, it's going to fall right in place like the last 3 pieces of a puzzle. And it's going to make you feel like a winner. When you've read your final draft, it feels like you have a pot of gold in your hands. Whether you realize it or not, you're already accomplishing your dream. With each of these lessons under your belt and having completed each of the lesson worksheets, you're actually bringing pieces of your dream through the portal of your mind into the world of the physical, into your world of the physical. You're doing it. So congratulations. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so excited for you. And that's because you are living the dream. Take it in. Take it in. So until next time, I wish you continued success. Bye.
So there you go. I'm so glad I gave myself a straightforward, simple goal for today because I got bombarded with a last-minute request today to do another transcription of part of a hearing from my daughter's attorney that he needed for tomorrow when he's doing his closing remarks. It's going to be done. I hope we can get that past us, my goodness. Because I just had 3 more segments to build out on lesson 4. I got that done. I was able to go ahead and get this the transcription done too for the attorney. And in addition to those 2 big, more important tasks, there's a whole list of tasks I did. In fact, here's my to-do list for Monday. Look at all those. I had 4 big deals. Finish building out lesson 4, do the transcriptions, so many other things, but got them done. Done. Oh, feels so great. Anyhow, I said I build out lesson 4 and finish that, and it's now up on my Google Drive. And I did the auto transcription for the attorney, and then all those other things. Check, check, check. So anyway, it was a great day. Let's go ahead and answer Corey's get honest with yourself questions now. What didn't go well today, Marty? Or what could you have done better? Did you wake up early and start strong? Check. Did you start your morning with power? Oh, so much so. Check. Were you productive? Well, you just saw that list. I think that's productive. Check. Did you get the most important things done? Boom, boom, boom. Did you move your goals forward? Absolutely. That lessons 4 is done. It's on the Google Drive. From the portal of my mind to the Google Drive. Anyhow, did you show up as the person you wanted to today? I did. And were you able to get some personal time in with Kathleen? And were you present instead of just always going? At 5:30 I end, I go down and I say, she's home. Done. That night's now ours. Combine all of these questions together and ask yourself this question. Were you honest with yourself about your task today? Yes. In other words, did you keep the commitments you made to yourself today? Done. Check. I said I was going to finish building out lesson 4 today. Done. I said I was going to have a terrific day of accomplishment. Done. So yes, I keep my commitments to me with everything I can possibly do to be honest and truthful about it. So Croy asked, what was the one thing out of all the things you did today, Marty, that you know you could improve on going forward? I changed this around a little bit where I now ask myself, did you have or experience any failure today, Marty? Was there a failure you can turn into a tool of success going forward? Well, I did have something that happened a couple of times now, back a few weeks ago, maybe it's been a couple months, can't remember, where somehow I deleted the Word file I was working on. In the past, I was able to find it by clicking here and clicking there and then finally getting to the Recover File button that I finally found the lost file. It just went away. Well, this time, it wasn't there. There was no file in the Recover File page. Oh my goodness. I'd spent a couple hours and lost that, but by walking through what I think I did and kind of seeing what it was, I think I came close to solving the mystery. Here's what I think I've been doing. I let my hands kind of lean as I'm typing on the 2 corners of the keyboard in the far left and far right as I'm typing. And then, I don't know, maybe it's a lazy typist, I don't know. As I'm typing, somehow I accidentally lean the little fleshy fat part of my fingers and maybe going up to a higher key, whatever. And I click the control key, or it's pressing it down. And all of a sudden I may be typing some other key that all of a sudden the combination of those 2 specific keys, boop, makes it go away. And so I'm sure that's what's been happening. So now I just need to find out what the key is that makes it go away along with control, so I can stop doing that and stop losing these cotton picking files. So the tool of success is going to be discovered when I actually find out what that specific key is. And then I'll also know where it is sending those files, so I don't have them go and disappear on me like they have been. But at least I'm halfway there solving that mystery. Maybe the tool of success is nothing in this world can replace the power of persistence, because I'm going to persist until I figure that out. Anyway, the next question is, what was my biggest success today? I think my biggest success today was coming down the stairs from my upstairs office tonight at about 5:30 and still saying, she's home, and going over and hugging my wife and giving her a big kiss, even though she was home all day long, working downstairs as I was working upstairs. I want to keep this little routine going every day, no matter what. I loved it, and I know she loves it, and so bam, done. Gonna always be done every day. The next question is, what movies did you watch in your mind today, Marty? Did you make time for them? I watched my two favorite movies, my win the day timing during that time of mindfulness, the why movie and the, what's the word? My mind just went, my why and my what? No. Oh, I can't remember. The why movie and the vision movie. That's what it is. Just went out of my mind. I watch those every day. It's also interesting that I've got two more favorite movies that keep calling up regularly in my mind. The first one I'm calling Let's Start Coaching, and the second one I'm calling Insights and More. Let's Start Coaching, of course, is about me coaching and people clicking on this video or this lesson or this podcast, or they coming into a call and on my screen, and I'm coaching and going through that process. Let's Start Coaching. I'm living it. I'm breathing it. Second one is I'm calling Insights and More. I'm having those interviews. I'm writing out those questions vigorously, trying to come up with the right things that stir on a great conversation, a back and forth that gives empowering information to those beginner entrepreneurs as they get into the head of a man or a woman who's already built a business and succeeded and is succeeding now, that will help them over their little humps, over their little mind mentality process. So I'm so excited about it. 4 major movies. Next is, what's the one thing you did that made you feel successful today, Marty? The main thing I did today that I feel like was a very successful thing was pondering on how far I've come in just 82 days. By the end of tomorrow, I will have 25% of my coaching package, like I said, I'll produce, and that 75% is going to be just like a much quicker process. Croy asked, rate your day. Well, I gave today a 5, and that's okay, because I got interrupted and half of my other lesser things I didn't get done. I got the 2 major things done, but that was pretty easy. I only had a little bit to do, and I did the transcribing, but I wanted to have much more done, so I gave myself a 5. The next question is, if this was the only thing you get done tomorrow and you'd still feel like a success, what would that one thing be? And put it into a power statement. Well, my power statement is start recording lesson 5. Ooh, lesson 5. Okay, let's end the day strong. What am I grateful for? First of all, I'm grateful for eggs. I have nothing to show you. You know what an egg looks like. I say eggs because I have a couple of eggs almost every morning. It's so quick and so tasty and so fun. I scramble 2 eggs and put each one on a couple of let go of my egos like that I toast and butter, and I put those legs on for my breakfast. Or I do up a couple of eggs sunny side up and put it on, cut a bagel in half and toast the bagel with a little butter and put each one of those on bagels. Or I put it on English muffins the same way. I love that. I actually sometimes put it on toast, poached eggs, a couple of poached eggs, with my glass of milk, of course. So eggs are pretty much depending on all the different kind of ways I do it. I love eggs. I have a 12-year-old little gal who is a neighbor girl that has lots of chickens, and she gathers up lots of eggs, and that's how she makes a little bit of her money, her 4-H or whatever it is. And we buy 4 dozen eggs from her every 2 weeks. So I am grateful for eggs. Next, I'm grateful for the law of evidence. In the world of law and legal procedure, there's the law called the law of evidence. Simply put, it's the objective of this law is to get the facts. Get the facts. That's a great principle. Having all or as much of the facts as possible helps any judge dispense fair and just judgment. And so with this concept in mind, I'm suggesting that in our conducting of our affairs, doing our work, bringing prosperity to our businesses or occupations, or making our grand quest for excellence in this life, living the dream, we must proceed exactly as these judges do for our practical problems that come up, pretty much the same way that the judges have to deal with them. One of the great laws of life is that our judgment is no better than the information or facts that we gather or have. We must find the facts, filter the facts, and then follow the facts. If we expect to make good decisions for our lives, we've got to do this law of evidence. Make sure you have the facts and that the facts are right before you place a judgment on someone or something. The law of evidence. I'm grateful for that. And lastly, I'm grateful for email. Every once in a while, I do write by hand a handwritten letter to a few folks I love and want to communicate and give that personal touch. But I send out many notes and hellos and letters via email, and so it's quick and efficient that way. And so I appreciate the simplicity of email. Isn't it fantastic? Look where we've come and what it might even be from Messenger and Jabber and all the other things that make communication so simple and so fast. It's so great. Anyway, there you go. I'm finished with another day of living the dream without a hiccup, thank goodness, and feeling like $1,000,000. I hope you're living the dream too. Tomorrow night will be right here before I know it, and so I'm going to be at this laptop at this exact same time doing exactly what I'm doing for my next video entry. Until then, I wish you continued success. Bye.